Over the next 6 weeks, millions of high school seniors will get word on whether they got into the college of their dreams. And mom and dad will be watching out for that financial aid offer that comes shortly thereafter. With the price of college rising faster than inflation, anxiety levels are running high. But all this week, we're bringing you a special user's guide to paying for college. From advice on negotiating more financial aid to advice from real people in the process right now. But here to kick things off tonight is Rob Franek, Senior Vice President of the Princeton Review and publisher of the book, Paying for College Without Going Broke. This is a book with a whole section dedicated to decoding those award offers. Rob, welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
So we've been looking at this stuff, the acceptance letters, the aid offers all week long.
Yep.
Listen to the acceptance letters.
You hear it.
You're in, says Rutgers. Congratulations. In the University of Pittsburgh. Congratulations. I'm pleased to inform you that you've been accepted for admission. And then you pick up the financial aid offer.
Right.
It's a lot less fun.
True enough.
Why is it? And it's confusing. Why?
One, the lingo is confusing. Some schools will call things scholarships. Some will call them grants. There's lots of acronyms out there. They're confusing, and a process that is already a little scary to students and parents. It could be confusing with the language.
I have read some of these. I'm going to actually show people
Excellent.
What we're talking about here. So here's a financial aid offer from Monmouth, New Jersey. And they're offering something called alternate financing. They say they're going to give you, it sounds like they're going to give you $8,800, but in reality, it's really a loan. Totally. And it could be confusing for several schools. Some schools are very clear, other schools are not very clear. The things that students have to focus on is total cost of attendance. That's the actual sticker cost. Room and board, fees, We're going to
books.
get there, my friend. Yeah. I've got another one of these to show. So here's something called Wildcat Excellence T1. Now, you're wondering, what the heck is that? Well, it's a scholarship. That's good news. It's for $1,000. Even better news at the University of Arizona. But guess what? It's a one-year deal.
Yes.
It doesn't renew. And I think a lot of people look at these and they think, oh, wow, I'm getting this every year. Does that happen?
Not every year. Yeah, and you have to be clear. You have to ask for clarification. Some schools are good about giving clarity at the beginning. Other schools might not give that clarity. So be unashamed to be able to reach back out to that financial aid office and admissions office and ask for clarification on each of those award
I think that's great advice.
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about, you started this before.
Yep.
Which of these financial aid offer letters, what am I looking for?
First thing, total cost of attendance. So that's room and board, fees, books, obviously tuition. So it's everything that you could expect to pay for.
All right, so I have an example here.
Yes.
We're going to blow the budget.
Okay.
Monmouth, New Jersey, again, that university says in their letter, $31,878,
okay,
except for the fact they didn't include $900 worth of books,
right,
or $2,500 for travel.
Right.
They are light. The real tab would be something like $35,000, and that's not a happy thought for mom and dad, right?
No, particularly if you're going in with some blinders on and not thinking that that's the real sticker price that you're going to pay.
All right, we mentioned cost of attendance, grants, scholarships.
Right.
Then there's loans.
Right.
Work study, and expected family contribution. This is the key, right?
It is the key. You have to think about the scholarship and grants that you're going to get, because that's the free money. So that's the best money. But it's that expected family contribution, an acronym that students and families will say, EFC. That's an important number to focus on, because that's what you will be expected to pay at that college.
In terms of money,
yep,
getting free money, how much can I expect to get?
It depends on the school, honestly, because there's difference in sticker price, and then it's the difference on how much that school actually wants you as an applicant. So that's where those other scholarships can come in, other grants based on academic merit.
But I think most people are surprised at how much people typically get. Everybody thinks they're going to have to pay the full freight themselves. That's not true.
It is not true. A third of students will pay the full fare. 2/3 of students will receive some sort of financial aid. It's $150 billion worth of aid out there.
Wow.
So it is certainly a lot of money. You have to get that working for you by being savvy about the process.
All right, here is a great question. You did a good job on this one. The biggest confusions for students reading this documentation.
Yep.
Help me out. What is it?
It is the difference between merit-based money. That's academic prowess, how well you did in high school, how well you did in the SAT and ACT, and then need-based money based on that FAFSA form.
Okay, and we've got gapping, Tell me about that.
It is gapping. It is the tuition. It is the difference between your EFC, your expected family contribution, and what the school can actually give you. And trying to fill in that gap is the challenge for many schools. Now, some schools can meet it 100%, as we talked about on colleges that pay you back. But some schools can meet it 80%, 50%, 60%. So that's the difference.
And often it's not clear from the documentation.
It is not.
You have a gap, or you need to fill that gap, or what exactly that gap is.
Exactly, and how you can fill it. It's convenient to fill it with a loan, but that might not be the best thing for students and families. So to go in without blinders on into that loan process if you have to take it.
And just to underline, front loading is an issue, too, for incoming freshmen.
It is an issue, and you have to be savvy about that process. You have to ask for that clarification, as we talked about. Is that scholarship guaranteed me for 4 years? And what are the prerequisites, or what are the criteria for me to guarantee it for myself for 4 years?
You have to maintain a GPA. Goodness knows what else you have to do. Might have to live on campus.
You may.
Rob
Yes.
Franek, thank you for coming on and helping us out. You're going to be with us all week. I'm very excited about it.
I am, too. Good to see you.
Thank you.